Hello there. You've caught me in the middle of sleeving foils that I purchased from various sources, and I said to do JDM that he's kind of encouraged me to actually start doing some more magic videos. Here's some sleeves already done. But it's really kind of to show off the foils really. These are Field of Ruins. It's all standard. I'm not doing modern at the moment. I'm using the side loading sleeves mainly because when they go into a proper sleeve, so it looks above here, oh yeah, there's Roscoe's content, that when you're shuffling them and touching them like this, you get dust on the top, and that kind of goes into the top loading sleeves. If you do the top loading sleeves, you won't normally go in, the sleeve going that way, and it makes a big air pocket. But if you do the side loading, they're much easier to get in. As you can see, there's no air in that. Right, so let's get going. There's another. Nobody wants to look at that one. I'll talk about why I've got these. I'm only doing black and green at the moment, so concentrating mainly on black. Just seems to be a good colour. These are divests. Not sure if they're any good or not, but these are kind of cheap. And I don't mean divest, I mean the foils tend to be fairly cheap, so I kind of speculate that if I may need it, I can get it straight away, because foils, no matter how cheap or expensive they are, they're not always that easy to get when you want them. So I'm kind of getting ready for when they actually do standard PTQs and things like that. At the moment, Wizards seem to have forgotten that people actually are playing standard at the moment and doing everything's doing limited. Okay, that's Infernal Scarring. A friend of mine who I play test quite regularly with, he says he likes this card for the deck we're kind of building at the moment. If I get any duplicates, I'll skip them, do another time. So this is Clear the Stage. It's not too bad a card actually. -3/-3 to something. And if I've got a creature power 4 or more, I can return the creature. I've been playing around with that mechanic. Duplicate. Okay, Demonic Vigor. Okay. Enchant creature gets +1/+1, and if it dies, I can return it to my hand. It's not bad for 1 black, I don't think. Just gotta find the right deck for that. I do get a bit slippy. Okay, here's one that's just come out called Screaming Shield. Okay. And that's quite good because you can actually put 3 cards of the player's library into the graveyard. Sovereign's Bite. I've always wanted to get this one. You don't get much blood on Magic cards very often, and that was quite nice. Kind of building a black burn deck. I'm trying this one out at the moment. Sword Point Diplomacy. It was played a bit in the past. I never quite understood it. I don't know why, but it's kind of like you get to see 3 cards. Does exactly what it says on it. You look at 3 cards, the opponent looks at them, and for each one he doesn't want you to have, he pays 3 life, and the rest gets in your hand. I never used to like the date stamping on them. I kind of like it now. Don't know why. I think it kind of puts you in the time of when the card came out. Don't want to do it. So yes, I've got 4 of those. There's another one. Dark Bargain. Look at the top 3 cards, put 2 of them in your hand, 1 in your graveyard, and you take 2 damage. Okay, that's unusual. Split sleeve there. There's 1 ever, and I've done about 1,000 of these. Right. Another one of the same. We're meaning to get these for ages. This is actually in a sleeve. Quite nice, don't they? Eldest Reborn. Oh, I've got one here without a sleeve. It's quite amazing, actually. It's actually the complete foil at the back to give you the contrast to the black and green. Black and green. The black background. Right, okay, here we go. I'm predominantly a green player. I'm loving Standard at the moment. I think it's fantastic. I don't think I'd ever say that. I was kind of playing with an art. I've got about 5 or 6 Standard decks in Arena I'm building at the moment. So yes, I'm one of those ones who actually buys the real cards as well. Mainly because I actually want to go and play in the tournaments. Raider's Wake. Interesting card. Discard deck. This Mausoleum Secrets. I'm not sure why this isn't played, or don't know why. It's just these decks are quite tight. There's not much room for a lot of things. It just seems really good, you know. Instant search for any card in your deck and put in your hand. Chances you're not having any those creatures in there. Blood Divination, eh? A bit like purples on the Magic. You don't get that colour. Don't get vivid colours very often. Right. Okay, I tend to focus in on land destruction, but I've got this one here, Spreading Rot. It just sounds really good. I've got the foil there. Some of the captions are quite funny as well when you see it. What is the foul presence that defies the sun's cleansing rays? Right. Again, these are just like 25p, you know, same in cents, I suppose. They just don't cost anything, so if you ever need them. And foils don't go down in price generally, so they're good trade values. And it's also very hard, not that you'd actually try and forge a 25p card, but hey, harder to forge the foil ones. And really from off investments, same to me, I don't think they'll ever get it right. I don't think it's cost worthy either. And sometimes you can get a card like this that's worth nothing, and then can suddenly go up to 20 quid. I don't expect that one to go up to £20, but they do. Terramorphing Wand. What you're looking at here is my kind of last few that cards which I kind of need, or think I might need on various decks, because we don't know what's going to come out in the next expansion. So sometimes again I'm thinking that they'll work really well with them. Price of Fame. There's one of the new ones. Cry of Carnarium. Well, I'm dyslexic, so I might get the names wrong. If your ears bleed, it's a party. If your eyes bleed, it's a Rakdos party. Okay. That's funny. I've never seen that one. They are quite comical lately, the saying, so I do like that. Okay, here's another one. It's quite pretty. Spire Mangler. Mandible, if its mandibles can leave a rider in the clouds, astride a headless griffin. Oh, there we go. Junk Roller. Quite, I think I've got plans for this card. So I'll get these. I was playing these, and I can understand why. They seem pretty good against creatureless decks, certainly in the sideboard. 4-2 for 2 mana. Not bad, I don't think. Oh, there's loads going on in that card. There. Got 4 of those. Little manglers in that. I was going to get this card because I thought it might look really nice because of the blue and the sharks. Walk the plank. Murfolk seems to have gone quiet, which I'm not sure why. So maybe they'll come back. This is a card I've been playing in an artifact. I think every land I've got is different. Awakened. Oh my god. The Falls have done it. It's got a good card. Oh, it's nice being able to not worry about your land. Okay. So these are cards I like playing. Oh, you don't want in there. Put that there. I like playing in the previous block. And it seems strange having a card named after an actual set that's released. So if you search for Weatherlight, you get all sorts of things. It's a very good card. I think almost every card that's got a spot at the moment. They're really, you can make whatever bloody deck you want. Did I swear then? I mean, I'll say bloody as in like, you know, all blood and guts and stuff, obviously. Icy Manipulator. Now this was a very, very powerful, painful card in when it first came out. Still not sure why it's not played so much now. Again, the decks are tight. I think it's a good sideboard card against blue. Add the odd one creature. And I got this because it buy 2 cards, get some cheap. I think it was £1, but hey, Urgos, the empty one. As the phantom flies overhead, the city of Valnish, screams in silence. Okay. There's a lot of lore in some of these cards, which bypasses me. Okay, so obviously it's quicker when you don't do all the ones you've got. Okay. There's some other foils. If anybody wants me to start showing some more foils, see how they go in. I'm happy to, especially to put these in folders and stuff. These are all foils and they're in colour section. And just got plenty of them. All these are foils, everything's foiled. My current deck is foiled. There's another pile here that's foiled. So I've been collecting foils for a long time. Mainly modern. I think you can see some of these. I don't like playing La Morales, but I thought I'd get that one. Yeah, I had a little go on a Explore deck. That's quite a good card. Gruesome Mangery. I love the. This is quite nice. These are in sleeves, so it's a little bit harder to see. I love this card. 1,000 Eyes. Yeah, it's a nice card. Okay. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna. Oh, the sleeves, these nice blue sleeves. I do different colours. They're quite nice because they're black inside, different colour on there, and just seem very nice to shuffle and stuff. And everybody wants to know what they are. Ooh. They're Pro Matte Eclipse. I'm quite impressed with them. They're all different colours, and they do shuffle they feel quite nice. Again, when, like every other thing, when you play them for a long time, that's the test really. Okay. Oh yeah, I've got me drink. I thought if JDM can have a drink, I can. Not very nice, I'm afraid. I was hoping for a chocolate one, but I got a cappuccino instead. Okay. Bye.